What's going on, everyone? I'm back here with another video, and today I've got a pretty exciting video. Today I'm going to be unboxing and taking a look at the 2019 15-inch MacBook Pro. The one I have here is a nearly fully spec'd version. I believe it after tax, and once the Apple Care and everything was added on, I believe it came out to be about $4,400. But this is going to be my primary work computer. Everything I do for photo and video editing is now going to be done on this machine, so it is highly worth it for me in my use case because I use Final Cut Pro a lot. And the computer I am upgrading from was the 2017 13-inch MacBook Pro with the dual-core processor. So this is going to be a huge upgrade. So let's go ahead and get it out of the box and slide this up here. I did already take the plastic off the bottom just to make it a little bit easier for the video. And there it is. I did also get it in the space gray color. You can also get this in the classic silver color as well, if that is your preference, which is kind of cool. Anyway, so let's go ahead and pull the tab. And actually, this is pretty light considering I've actually not held a 15-inch version of this body style of MacBook Pro before, so that's actually not too heavy. That's pretty good. So basic stuff that we've seen for the past few years. We've got the standard USB-C charging cable here, and over here we have our little Designed by Apple in California packet, which I would assume has the Apple stickers as well as some instructions for various things. So this looks like your quick setup guide, the regulatory information, and of course there is our 2 Apple stickers. Then lastly, down in here we have the 87-watt USB-C power brick. And now take a look at the computer itself. So let's flip this over and get the plastic off, and there it is in the really slick looking space gray color. The design of the MacBook Pro basically has gone unchanged since its introduction in 2016, which now at this point is about 3 years ago, about 3 years old for this particular design of MacBook Pro. So we are kind of expecting a redesign sometime next year. But anyway, taking a quick hardware look, you have that standard Apple logo that does not light up. I still, for one, really miss that. But anyway, on the front here, we have the little indentation where it's weighted quite nicely, so you can open up the computer with one hand while being on a desk and have no interruptions there. And then on the left side, you just have 2 Thunderbolt 3 ports, which have the USB-C connector design. Again, the same thing that has been going on for the past 3 years. And on the right side, you have the exact same thing. So you have a total of 4 USB-C Thunderbolt 3 ports, as well as a 3.5mm headphone jack. Opening it up here, we have the keyboard, which is the exact same size keyboard as you'll find on the 13-inch, as well as the MacBook Air. So this is the 4th generation of the butterfly mechanism. So theoretically, this version of the keyboard should be a lot more stable and a lot less prone to breaking and getting stuck due to dust and debris getting underneath the keyboard. But only time will tell. So far, there has not been very many reports of the 4th generation keyboard having issues, but again, we will have to see. And then below the keyboard, we have the very large size trackpad. Again, this trackpad is a tad larger than the 13-inch model. And then flanking on either side of the keyboard, you have stereo speakers. So let's go ahead and take a listen. particular pair of speakers. It's really, really good. And then on top of the keyboard here, we have the standard touch bar, which again has been around for the last 3 years of this design of MacBook Pro. And whether you love or hate it, it's there at this point. Basically, you cannot get a MacBook Pro with a standard function row anymore. They literally do not sell any MacBook Pro with without a touch bar. If you want the standard function keys back, you would have to get the MacBook Air, which is a significant lesser powered computer compared to the MacBook Pro. Anyway, next to that you have the Touch ID sensor, which still to this day is one of the best ways to unlock the laptop. So let me go ahead and give a rundown of the specifications that are currently with this particular MacBook Pro. So of course, again, this is the 15-inch model. The processor that I put in it was the 2.3 gigahertz 8-core 9th generation Intel i9 with a turbo boost up to 4.8 gigahertz. Now this is where I said that I did not upgrade the processor to the highest capable version, because for $200 more you're only getting about 2 to 5% speed increase compared to the base. So the upgraded version of the processor only would give you a 2.4 gigahertz going from a 2.3, and the turbo boost speed from a 4.8 up to a 5.0. So there is a very, very small amount of gain in processor speed for an extra $200. So I would highly not recommend selecting that upgrade option. Anyway, moving on. This has 32 gigabytes of RAM that runs at 2400 megahertz. The graphics card is bumped up to the Radeon Pro Vega 20 with 4 gigabytes of HBM2 video memory. And then lastly, I put a terabyte SSD in it. Again, I did not max that out because Apple has an absolutely ridiculous markup on their SSDs in their laptops. So I was only willing to go as high as a terabyte. So just to give a quick bit of a comparison to what the size difference is to a 13-inch MacBook Pro of the same design. So here I have a 13-inch MacBook Pro. This is the 2017 model of it. And as you can see, the 15-inch is definitely noticeably bigger. So if you're someone like me going from a 13-inch and upgrading to a 15-inch, you are going to notice the size difference. And it is also a pound heavier right at 4 pounds, whereas 13-inch is about right at 3 pounds. So there's about a 1 pound difference between the two laptops. Considering the size of this particular 15-inch compared to some other 15-inch laptops on, say, the Windows side of things, it is way, way smaller. It has a much smaller footprint because of the screen bezel, and the whole entire chassis and body of the computer is slimmed down as much as physically possible. So anyway, that is basically it for this unboxing video. Yeah, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. It is really greatly appreciated. Hit that thumbs up button as well. That is also really, really greatly appreciated. And if you guys have any questions, comments, or anything of such, just drop those down in the section below, and I'll be sure to get back to them as soon as I possibly can. And yeah, with that all being said, hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.